Hello, everybody. This is Queen Lenora. Okay, I need you to hit subscribe, hit the bell for notification, give a thumbs up, and don't forget to comment below, and of course, share my video. I will appreciate it. Thank you very much. So today I wanted just to talk about Chadwick Boseman, and I don't know him personally, but because of Black Panther, I feel like I do. James Brown, I didn't watch 21 Bridges, but now I want to. So there's just all these wonderful things. It's really sad to know when somebody passes away and when you feel like you know him. Even though I didn't know Chadwick Boseman, but I felt like I did. I just felt like we had a connection. Then I felt like my king is dead. It's one of those things. I don't know if you guys feel the same. Like, it is like, when I didn't even believe it. Like, I know I just stopped myself in misses, but I didn't even believe that he died. Like, when they said it, when he was playing cards, and they're like, Chadwick Boseman. No, he didn't die. He's a celebrity, and it's just his turn to be false. He falsely is accused of being dead. And when you be rich like that, you know, everybody says you're dead. You know how that goes. And so I was like, well, maybe let me get my phone, because I feel like I'm somebody's detective, and I'm not. Let me get my phone and look at that. Oh, he's really dead. Then I'm all emotional, like, he's really dead. I didn't know he was really dead. I think these keep coming up. Sorry. I was like, oh my goodness. And it's to know how young he was. And to be fighting colon cancer. And it's just like, I know the family was working hard and they kept it where it was a private thing, which I probably would have did the same thing. But I'm just so on the power of prayer. But if you let everybody know, then people don't want to really work with you. And then you get these little, like, be tender with me, don't be hardcore with me. You get those type of things too. And I was like, this is really like one of those sad moments. And then I was like, then it was like, well, maybe that's why they killed him off in the Avengers Endgame. And I was like, I don't know. I said, because it's supposed to be, Black Panther is supposed to be coming back in 2022. Yeah, 2022. There you go. I'm saying it wrong. I just don't know how to accept his death. And I wasn't even close to him. So I know there's some people that got to feel the same way I feel. But, he played the heck out of that movie, Black Panther. I think I'm the one that helped Black Panther be so successful, because I think I watched it all the time. I watched it. When people died here that was close to the family, I was at Black Panther. When people at funerals, I was at Black Panther. I mean, I went to the movie theater so many times just to make sure, and I know I didn't make sure. I know the million times I watched it did not make it hit that much. I think there were so many people doing the same thing I did. But I just was so happy to see a Black superhero, and just to see how kind and sweet and loving he was. That you saw, like, when I remember the story on Steve Harvey where the lady saw him on the plane and she was trying to hook him up with her daughter, and she didn't even know it was Black Panther, and he was just so humble and kind. And it's so hard to get people who are wealthy, famous, to be humble and kind and so sweet, and then to find out they die from colon cancer. And cancer is just horrible. And it's one of the moments I feel like, maybe if, and when anybody dies, you go through this moment that I'm about to say anyway, where you feel like, okay, if Mother Earth consultant would have been able to give him, her herbs and her teas and the stuff that she does, because it has the herbs and stuff is from the earth, and it's what God intended for us to use to heal our bodies and stuff like that. Maybe we could have healed him and stuff like that. And you do that even when it's your family, your friends. This is just not something like, and maybe you don't, but I know a lot of people do, and I know I did. I always come up with a scenario. What if I did this? What if I did this? Maybe I could have helped that person not be dead, And you go through your grief moments and stuff like that. Now, you didn't even know why you're grieving like that. It's just, You felt like you knew him. You felt like you had a relationship with Chad Boseman. I did. I felt like that. I felt like that with Michael Jackson. I felt like that. Oh my God! When we started our business in the restaurant, and I saw the thing Prince, and I was like, I know Prince didn't die, and I didn't even know what it was about. But Prince was just flashing everywhere, and I was like, I know Prince didn't die. I know Prince didn't die, and my heart just stopped. Like they keep killing people. They keep. I did. I just went into hysterics over it. And Prince was with me when I was young. Purple Rain. Do Me Baby. Those. I was there. He was there, and so was Michael. I was with my little Thriller. Thriller. So I was there. I don't know. It's just you get these emotional when it starts. It's not that you are idolizing them. It's just that they become a staple in your life. Like even when Bill Cosby, I'm like, he didn't do this. It just doesn't make sense that 99 million people are now coming up from something that's happened 40 million years ago. And you got to think about it. They go, oh, well, he was drugged. And then, yeah, but being drugged nowadays compared to being drugged back in the 70s and 80s is totally different. And it wasn't being drugged if he told you about it. It was a different era. And I think people are missing. I know we look at it, well, nowadays this is what it was. But back then it wasn't. And that's pretty much why I'm like, he was black. And, if we got racism now, you know how it was back then. Any of the number of women could have came up and there would never been a Cosby show. There would have never been in a different world. There would have never been. If any of those women would have came up with it back then. So why are we waiting now? And maybe because back then, he probably would have got off because drugs wasn't like it is now. It was okay for people to do crack and heroin and all that. It wasn't as illegal as it is now. And to give a sexual drug to enhance your sexuality, to have great sex, wasn't a bad thing back then. So you have to look at it that way. Because I always say, people say stuff all the time. And I'm like, well, back when I was younger, whoopings was allowed and nobody looked at you crazy. Nobody went like, I can't believe you whooped your child. Nobody did that. They were like, she needed butt beat. Do you want me to join in? Yeah. And it wasn't a big conflict. And then all of a sudden, white people just came up and said, how dare you whoop your kids? And then now it's like this big against the rule thing. And it was like, no, we wouldn't have as much crime from black people if they was getting their butt beat still. Not saying there wouldn't be no crime from black people, because it would. Because every race has crime. Every race does something criminal. So I'm not saying it like that. I'm just saying that you wouldn't have these disrespectful kids if they was getting their butt whooped. You wouldn't have these disrespectful kids who ain't trying to graduate high school, who ain't, if they was getting their butt beat. That's what I'm trying to say. And it is what it is. So when I talk about Chadwick, no, I don't know him personally. But what I saw on the screen when I watched James Brown, I got to know James Brown better. When I saw Black Panther, our first black super, I have Black Panther female dolls. It ain't even a female Black Panther. It might not be though. Never know. But it ain't a female Black Panther. But I got these dolls, and my son made me get both dolls. So there was two left when Toys R Us went out of business. So I got these two Black Panther dolls because of him. Because it was like, now you get to be a superhero, and you will always be our Black Panther, regardless if you pass away and whoever might take over or whatever the case may be. But I'm just telling you right now, this was a hard moment. And if you feel the same way like I do, comment below. Let me know that you feel the same way as I do, because it's hard. And I appreciate everything you guys do. It's just hard. And I send out prayers to his family. I send out prayers to his wife. I don't know if he have any kids. I send out prayers to his children. If he has any, his nieces and nephews, cousins, whatever. I just send out prayers to all his family. And the people that worked with him, the people that were inspired to be with him. And so like I send out prayers, because if I feel this way, I could just imagine what you guys are going through. We miss you, Chadwick. We love you. Rest in love. Rest in happiness. Enjoy it. I believe you up there with the man upstairs, Yahweh. And I just say thank you for all that you have done for us here. And know you left memories. Talk to you later. And remember to love and live each day as if it were your last. Subscribe, hit the bell for notification, and please comment below what you feel about this video. And give me a thumbs up and share.